makers, and welcome back to Making with Miss Dobras. So today we're going to fold a dodecahedron. Now I couldn't fit this word on all the way, so I put a little hyphen there, but it's one word, dodecahedron. And this is an example of a dodecahedron. And a dodecahedron is a 12-sided shape, and each side is made up of the same shape. And in this case, it's made up of pentagons, which are 5-sided shapes. So each of those sides is a pentagon with 5 sides on it. And hedron just means a shape. And dodecahedron refers to 12. Dodec refers to 12. So this is a 12-sided shape. Now, 12-sided shapes are great for making calendars because, as you know, there are 12 months in a year. So I folded this dodecahedron. I usually do this with my class. This was from 2019. But in the work packets that I gave you when schools closed, I gave you a template. In my class, we learn how to fold 3D shapes or forms before we start to build them. And then we build them in paper, and then we get to build them in popsicle sticks. So we've already done a lesson on tetrahedrons, and we build Sierpinski's pyramid all together with the tetrahedrons. And then we do dodecahedrons, so 12-sided shapes made up of 12 pentagons. And we work our way through all the 5 shapes of the Platonic solids. These shapes in paper, then we get to build them out with popsicle sticks or other materials and hot glue guns, and we get to do all kinds of fun. So everyone gets to do what they want to do. This is an example of an icosahedron, and it has 20 sides. Ico means 20, and hedron means shape. And so it's a 20-sided shape. It's made up of 20 triangles, 20 equilateral triangles. And here's a fun fact for you. The icosahedron is the base geometric shape of a soccer ball. So if you like soccer, then you definitely should love icosahedrons. So we also fold these in origami. So I do 3D shapes in all different iterations. Iteration is a great maker word because it's when you do something over and over, but we do it slightly different. We might fold it from a template with paper, and then we might fold it in origami, and then we might build it out in a different material like popsicle sticks or cardboard. So I really encourage you to make all kinds of iterations of these shapes. This is a hexahedron or a cube, and this is an octahedron, an 8-pointed shape. So they're all connected. I love them all. But today, I was going to talk to you about dodecahedrons. So dodecahedrons. I'm going to show you how to fold half of a dodecahedron, and then you need to put them together. So let's get started. Now, you each received 2 templates in your packet that look like this, okay? Now, this is kind of a fun one because there's 12 months in the calendar year, and with a 12-sided shape, you can make a really cool dodecahedron calendar. So these are, the first thing you got to do is you got to cut it out, and you have to be really slow and cut it out really nice. So just cut along the lines, go as slow as you can, do your best cutting, and if you mess up, it's no big deal, but try to do your best cutting. You're going to have to come at it from different angles in order to get those cuts, okay? Did you see how I changed my angle? All right. So I'm going to turn the paper around, and you just got to go slow and cut it out. Now, at the end of this, we want it to be all one piece, all right? All right. So what you're going to have to do is sometimes you have to cut off pieces, right? And then you have to come in from this side to get right in there and get that cut. Now, if you overcut it like I did, it's no big deal. You can just tape it together. It's not even a big deal. You don't even have to tape it. All right? So keep cutting it out. Just go slow. Take your time. And occasionally I just switch the angle that I'm cutting from. All right, so once that you have this cut out, all right, I took a yellow marker and I just colored in all over on these tabs right here because I was hoping that you didn't cut those off because you need those, all right? If you did, it's not the worst thing in the world. But one thing I need you to know is you see this where it comes in right here? You've got to cut it just a little bit farther. Because what we want to do is we want to be able to fold this in right here. So I'm going to show you what it means. So you got to fold it along that line. So it has to be able to open right there. So you have to cut it all the way in. All right. So right here, I'm going to have to go back in and cut it just a little bit farther. Okay. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to fold all these edges in, okay? So you got to fold all these yellow parts in. So I'm going to do that now. And then we got to fold these lines right here. So watch as I fold. We're in the final moment. So we folded it, right? We cut it out, we folded it. And I forgot to mention, you can definitely decorate it. And it's probably easier to decorate it when it's flat before you fold it. But you can also decorate it afterwards. Colored pencils or something where you can see the dates and the numbers underneath it would be great. So now all you need is, I like to use clear tape, Scotch tape. You can also use a glue stick, all right? I like a little tape though. It's pretty easy with tape. So again, you only need a little bit of tape, just a little bit, all right? So that's about how much you need because you really don't want to waste tape. And it can be hard to cut the tape, so if you need help, just ask someone for help at your house. All right, so again, you're going to put the yellow tabs. You're going to put the yellow tabs on the inside. So at the end, when we put this together, we're not going to see any of the yellow, all right? So I'm going to fold it in right there. I'm going to make a corner, and I'm just going to put a little piece of tape, right? And I'm going to go around and do that for each side. Okay? So as you can see, right here, I have half of a dodecahedron. And the reason I know I have half of a dodecahedron is because I have 6 sides. A dodecahedron has 12 sides. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have another template in your packet, your school packet, and you can do this again. And then you fit them together, and you tape them together. And at the end, you shouldn't see any of these little tabs. And then you have a really cool dodecahedron calendar, and you can put it on your desk or in your house, or you can give it as a gift to someone. And you'll always be reminded that a dodecahedron has 12 sides because there's 12 months in the year. All right? Okay, so you need 2 halves, and then you need to fit them together. Now you can tape those tabs together. The tabs are the little yellow things. I colored them yellow so you could see them. And you have to work slowly, but it fits together. You can tape or glue those together, and you want to be able to hide all those tabs. So you kind of got to go slow. And this is obviously a bigger dodecahedron than this one. And on this one, I don't know if you can even tell, but I just used a little teeny piece of tape on each side. So you see that? There's a little piece of tape. So you don't need to hide it and use glue. This still can look really cool. And I hope that you challenge yourself to do a dodecahedron. I know if you're younger, if you're in kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade, it might be kind of hard. But just ask someone at your house for a little bit of help. And challenge yourself to try to do the folding and try to do the cutting. And then ask for help when you need it. Okay? All right. I will see you later. You can also search on the internet for other dodecahedron templates to make calendars. And if you have one that's white, you can also decorate it. All right, that's all I have for now. Go make your dodecahedron calendar. And I encourage you to make a dodecahedron calendar every year. And think of making when you do it. All right, that's all for now. See you, makers.